Oh yeah, it's another good comic book day. Howdy, howdy, I'm American Texan, and I love comics, specifically reading comics and enjoying the medium. We let other channels talk about the drama and the stupid things creators say. We're here focused on reading and collecting what we love and just enjoying the hobby itself. It is New Comic Book Day, February 11th, and we've got books from all the publishers. Of course, little light on Marvel. I'm going to share what I got, what I'm excited to read. Let me know what your thoughts are on the books that I'm about to read, some theories or things that you think are coming up, and if there's anything that I might have missed at my LCS, by all means, please let me know in the comments. I'm always on the lookout for good books to read. I'm a Wednesday warrior. I like to support my LCS, but I have also some internet crowdfunding books as well. And if you haven't joined our channel, if you haven't watched the video before, I'm glad you're here. We are running a special subscriber giveaway to celebrate 100 subscribers. I am giving away a care package that has some single issues that are boxed up right now, but I got to get them out of the box, as well as this trade of Geiger Volume 1, the original volume from 2021 when it was the Mad Ghost universe, I believe it was called. Now it's called Ghost Machine. And if we get to 200 subscribers by the end of February, we will add on to that a deluxe version hardcover of Junkyard Joe. This is my favorite series. I don't collect a lot, but I want to collect all the Junkyard Joes, but I'm going to give away this deluxe hardcover as well. I'll be adding things to the collection, so we'll have a nice big package or multiple packages. To enter the giveaway, you need to subscribe and comment free100, FREE 100, and at the end of the month, I'll run the giveaways based on the comments on each video. So comment below and comment on every video after you subscribe, and you'll get an entry per video. All right, starting with Marvel. You know, Marvel is just light on the pull list, and I've only got one on my pull list, although I did get two Marvel books today. We got Punisher. This is the facsimile for Punisher #1, the miniseries. I'm a little disappointed that this book is $7. A facsimile should not be more than like your typical cover price. And even at $4.99, it's still pushing it. But $7 for a facsimile, that's kind of pushing it, y'all. That's Hickman prices. I am not a fan of that. But you know, I don't have this one. I collect Mike Baron Punisher, but I don't have any of the original series. So I guess I'm glad I got it, but yeah, $7 is way too much. Also, I got from last week Planet of the Apes versus Fantastic Four. I heard it was good, actually, so my comic shop had one copy left. I went ahead and grabbed it, and I'll read that this week and see how it is. On to DC. I've got 7 DC books here, spreading from DCKO to ongoings to the Absolute Wonder Woman that came out. Starting with DCKO #4. If I wasn't so busy today, I would have read this in my car, but I did not get a chance. But I tell you that as soon as I finish this video, I'm going to be chowing this down. I'm excited. People are already starting to talk about it. I haven't been on X all day because I know I don't want to get spoilers. I'm going to check this out first. Excited for that. Also related to DCKO, I've got Aquaman #14. The first tie-in was really good. The second tie-in, not so much, but this one, hopefully we get tied in. We got, looks like Aquaman's hand with the Omega symbol. Could the theory be true that Aquaman is actually Absolute Aquaman? I hope not, but hey, if it's going to be fun, it'll be fun. And then I also got Absolute Wonder Woman, the annual 2026. I don't know too much about what's happening in this one. I don't know if it's a one-off story or a continuation of what's been going on. But yeah, hopefully it'll be good. I hope I'll enjoy it more than the Absolute Batman. I'm one of the few that did not like the Absolute Batman annual. And then we got Adventures of Superman, Book of L, one of Philip Kennedy Johnson's final issues here. I got to cover my face when I show these, otherwise it's blurry. This is the final issue here. I'm still working my way through the War World saga, and I'll be finishing with this. So I haven't read any of these, but I hear that they are good. Last couple of ongoings that I got that I'm reading. Speaking of Philip Kennedy Johnson, we've got Batman and Robin issue 30, also his last issue on the Batman and Robin title. I have absolutely been loving this. Philip Kennedy Johnson writes great stories coming from the perspective of a father, and this one is no exception. So I hope this is finishing up the arc. Maybe not. I don't know. But it says Bloody Valentine's, and it is Valentine's. Not sure if that's a theme book or not. And then we got Action Comics 1095. I am enjoying this Superboy storytelling here from Mark Waid, and enjoying all the things that Action Comics is putting out right now. Finally, I got a facsimile. This is Superman #423. Now, this is what a facsimile should cost, $4 at the most. I got this because it has stories from Alan Moore and Kurt Swan and George Perez, and so I'm excited to see what this is about, because I'm like slowly making my way through all the facsimiles that are coming out. So those are all the DCs I'm excited to read this week. Finally, onto the indies. The indies is always the thickest part of the pile, but don't go away after I share these because I also like to share the things that I get on trade and consignment as well as the crowd funds in here. And this week I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10, is that 10? 9 or 10 indies that I'm excited to read. Starting with The Circus Losing Control. Actually, the full title is John Le Carré's The Circus Losing Control. I don't know why I pulled issue 1. It's about a UK special detective investigator or something or other. But it was intriguing. I like the art style. I like the way they kind of introduced you to a whole cast of characters. I thought this was like an existing series, but this is the first time it's in comic form. I don't know too much about it, but I was curious enough that I went ahead and got another issue. One issue I am super excited for, and I cannot believe that my LCS is already sold out of it. If I didn't have this pooled, I probably would not have gotten it. Devil on My Shoulder. This is by Kyle Starks. Wow, what a fantastic revenge story. Let me tell you, reading the first 2 issues, it's not for the weak of heart, but if you like a good revenge story, this is it. Oh my gosh, I hope this woman takes all the revenge and delivers all the comeuppance. It's a super well illustrated book and just you can't wait to see what's going to happen next. All right, and then we got The Phantom, another series I am super excited for. This is number 5, finishing out the series, the arc, I believe. This was such a great surprise. I absolutely love the art. I love the classic pulpy storytelling. The character intrigued me. I am all in on The Phantom, and I am slowly making my way through some older books to learn more about the character. And then we've got another indie banger that I absolutely love. I actually tweeted that this is one of my top 5 favorite comic book series, and that is Space Ghost. Every issue is an absolute joy to read. Again, classic comic book storytelling, beautiful art. I am super enjoying every issue of that. Is a banger. 2 issues that are very popular at my LCS, but I don't know anyone else talking about them, so I haven't really gotten caught up on them. We've got Never Wars and The Future is Bleeped. This one I know is more popular among other circles because it's got like some hacker games built into it. And then Never Wars is an interesting combination of like Peter Pan and Alice in Wonderland and one more I can't remember. I'm just super behind on it, but I need to get caught up. We've also got The Rockefellers number 12, obviously delayed because it's the Christmas cover here. Unfortunately, I wish I could have read this during Christmas, but hey, I'm still excited for this one. I really enjoy The Rockefellers. They did have a little bit of a slump there in the middle between issues 7, 8, 9, but they're back on it, and every issue is an absolute joy. And then we've got Geiger issue 21. This one's got the Northerner on the cover, so I think this is the first Northerner real appearance in Geiger, so I'm excited to read that. And then lastly, we've got Transformers number 29. I love that cover. We've finally got Optimus going up against Megatron. Notice Megatron's coming from the high ground, so is that foreshadowing? Maybe Megatron's going to walk out of this one victorious. Very interesting. So it's been a little bit of a slower burn ever since Kirkman took over, but Mora's art's been very, very good in it. I don't think quite as good as DWJ or Jorge Corona's, but still very good and enjoyable read. All right, now let's look at the trades that I got this week. I got 3 trades here, or as I like to call it, my end of the world entertainment insurance. I can run a whole library if the world ends. The only trade that I got that actually came out this week is Peacemaker Tries Hard, again by Kyle Starks. I am super hot on everything that Kyle Starks is doing. Everything he's writing, I'm really enjoying. I think he's got a great sense of humor, great. The things that he's illustrating is great, but I just really like the way he writes. The way he writes just really speaks to me. So I heard good things about this. It's now in softcover trade, and I went ahead and got it. Then we also got Scarlet. This is the only G.I. Joe book that I don't have or have read, and I skipped it because I heard it wasn't very good, and it's by Kelly Thompson, which has usually been a miss for me, but her Absolute Wonder Woman has been absolutely fantastic. One of the best Absolute books. So I'm going to go ahead and give this a shot. I don't know anything about Scarlet or the G.I. Joes. Flipping through the art looks pretty good, pretty serviceable. And my LCS owner said, it really works out like a good spy thriller. So she thought I'd like it. So I'm going to check it out. Scarlet. And then lastly, this actually came out a couple weeks ago, but my shop missed my order request. So now we've got it. We've got The Batman, The Case of the Chemical Syndicate. And this is just a DC finest collection of some classic Batman stories. Excited to have that one. And then on a consignment, I got a few really cool things to show you. 30 things I got on consignment. You can tell one of these is not like the other. We've got Geiger. This is a blank cover. This is Geiger #1 from the original volume. Again, when it was Mad Ghost instead of the Ghost Machine. And so this was at cover price. She said as she was doing it during the consignment sale, she was like, I will price this at whatever it is on eBay. I think on eBay it's like $10, but I got it for $4. I don't collect a lot of blank covers. However, I want to have a few just in case I have an artist or find an artist that I really want. Mike S. Miller is one of them. So I don't know if he's going to do Geiger, but if I find someone that will do a remark or an illustration on this, I'll have a blank Geiger for that. It's just a good deal, too good to pass up. Also, my LCS took in a record collection and was selling off some records. I don't have a record player, but my dad does, and I know he enjoys listening to albums while he works around the house or just works during the day. So I got him the ABBA collection, ABBA record, or it's actually called ABBA the Album, and it's got let's see, any songs that I might recognize. Of course, Take a Chance on Me. So that's at least one song that I'll recognize. But I remember growing up, my dad listened to a lot of ABBA, so you know, something good for him to enjoy. And then, thankfully, I asked my LCS if they had any copies of The Hedge Knight. I am super enjoying Knight of the Seven Kingdoms, and they did not have any graphic novels, but they did have the full run of the issues 1 through 6, and let's see, the whole thing was $20. The original cover price was $3, so I got it almost for cover price. I think paying cover price for all these would have been $18, right? 3 times 8 is 3 times 6 is 18. So I got them all for 20. So basically cover price. So yeah, so not only am I excited to have this, I'm excited to have the actual issues. And interesting enough, it was started publishing under Image, and then it finished publishing under DDP. So I don't know if these are separate publications or print runs or what that's about. I'm going to do some research on that. But I'm excited to have that. And speaking of, Mike S. Miller illustrated this, so I'm really enjoying that. Lastly, I got quite a few cool books in the mail. I can't wait to show you. These are some books that I hope you keep an eye on. I will let you know how some of these go. First off, we got Green Eye Bandito. This is a prequel to the very great, very fantastic Mike Baron comics from Sigma Comics, Calico. Here Comes Calico. And so this is a little bit of a prequel, and they did it in a manga style. So that's interesting. I don't read a lot of manga, but we'll have that one to check out. Also, a book that I'm not familiar with, but it is an existing IP, so to speak, and it is now being renewed, and that is Dead at 17. Also looks like we got some cards or magnets or stickers on the back. I'm not familiar with this one, but the author, I remember, did an interview on John's Long Box, and it sounded interesting, and I like that art style. I thought it was kind of different. That heavy ink, very pastel coloring inside looked really nice, so I decided to try it, even though I don't know much about it. This is kind of like a reboot. The Kickstarter said it's a new continuity, so seems like an easy jumping on point. And speaking of recommendations, this is recommended by Aaron Sparrow. Even though I don't know too much about it, it's a little bit outside of what I normally read. We got Naughty and Nice. Again, this is something that I haven't read any of their previous work for, but it's recommended, and they really pushed it hard, and eventually I was like, all right, I'm going to try an issue. I haven't read anything about them. I don't know too much about them, but hopefully it'll be interesting. And then finally, a book I'm very excited to read. We've got Screecher, and this is number 4. It looks like we got a trading card on the back as well. This is one that I haven't started, but this number 4 finishes the arc. Again, this was another interview that I listened to on John's Long Box, and I think the writer was on a few other podcasts. And this is about a girl who becomes a superhero to fight ninjas and save her dad or something like that. I know issue 4 closes the arc, so I'm going to read all 4 of them at once. Again, I like the floppy format, so to read the whole trade story, but in floppy format, I'm a huge, huge fan of. So those are the books that I got in the mail and everything that you should be reading, or at least I think that you will enjoy. Let me know what you're most excited for, what you're reading. Do you read a lot of indies like I do, or are you more of a big 2 kind of person? Don't forget to subscribe, comment, free 100 to enter that giveaway. I appreciate you all for watching and sharing this hobby with me, and come back over the weekend. We'll do my Let's Talk Big 2. I used to call it Big 2 reviews, but I'm not a very good reviewer. I just like talking about the books that I like to read and the books that I read. So let's talk Big 2, and then we also have another video coming out, Let's Talk Indies. Busy time of life is over, so hopefully we'll get a little bit more consistent on the videos. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Adios.